Bonsoir! Yeah. Hey everybody, what's up? I'm sorry to anyone that thinks I was putting a frog on TV because it's Bastille Day and it was... This does not reflect the views of CBS or any of their sponsors. Particularly the sponsors on tonight's show, who are very nice. And make excellent products, all of which I need. And so do you, gosh darn it. Now, the reason I put a frog up for Bastille Day is... I mean, I didn't. I put the frog up... Now, people used to say, sometimes they call the French people frogs. And that's not right. And I want to... What are you doing? Anyway, I wanted to draw attention to that and, and stop it. I want... Because if there's one thing I can't stand, it's ethnic stereotyping. Especially against the French. No, I can't. No, listen, it's not funny. No, it's not. It's just don't. No, knock it off. It's not. It's a joke, And now the people used to say, well, why do they call the French people's frogs? Is it because they eat frogs' legs? And the answer is yes. They do eat frogs' legs. And I know in America we may think that's disgusting, and the reason we think that's disgusting is because it is. Now, I know what you're going to say, but Craig, do they eat snails? And I'll say, yes, they do. And then, but they call them l'escargot. And you're going to say, well, is that disgusting, Craig? And I'm going to say, yep, yeah. Also disgusting. And the horse. I got your attention now, didn't I? Yeah. Now, you don't mind when they eat squiggly, disgusting amphibian or snaily things, but when they start eating the cute animals, well, look out. Yep, the horse, and they eat puppies. What else do they eat? Little... Unicorns, yeah, they eat unicorns. And I had a great unicorn burger in Paris. No, I'm only kidding. I really just want to say Happy Bastille Day to French Americans everywhere.
Craig Ferguson.
Hey, look at you. Come along in then. Come on. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. No, please. No, please. That's enough. That's enough. Don't make me spank you. Don't make me spank you until your bottom is red. I don't know why I look back there. It's just a photograph. Wouldn't it be awesome if you were watching one night and a plane flew by or something? You'd be like, Craig. I'd be like, what? What is it, children? And you'd be like, he's behind you. And I'd be like, I can't hear you. Yeah, there's no money for a plane going by. Don't worry about it. There'll be a guy walking by with a photograph of a plane. Yes. Uh-huh. I'll tell them. It's a great day for America, everybody. It actually, how does that look? Ooh, 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 there he is. This today is maybe the greatest day ever. I'm not making this up. Today is National Nude Day. It's the day we're all supposed to take off all our clothes and go au natural. So go ahead, take them off. I said take them off. You look good. You too, ladies. Do you know a doctor in England is telling his patients an orgasm a day keeps the doctor away? Well, he's not saying it like that. He's saying, an orgasm a day keeps the doctor away. If doctors are going to start prescribing orgasms, they better change those magazines they've got lying around in the waiting room. You're going to need Vanity Fair, Popular Mancanics, Nude Week, I guess. You know what the real day is today, of course. It's a great day, not only for America, but for our good friends, the French. It's a great day for France. It's Bastille Day today. Bastille Day today. Félicitations, mon ami! Zut alors! Do we have a graphic for Bastille Day? Do we? Well, there you go. Bastille Day. Bastille Day, of course, is when the French celebrate the storming of the prison near Paris in 1789, the Bastille prison. Do we have a map of France? We'll show you around. There's France. Yeah, that's the place in France where the naked ladies dance. There's a hole in the wall where the man can see, oh, Arneo, Brunoslavia, New Jersey, Cherbourg, Bay of Borat. It's all there. So there you are, you're up to speed with your French geography. Now, the history is the Bastille Day was the beginning of the French Revolution. It was an era of turmoil for France. Lots of things happened. The French was fighting, and Napoleon turned up. He ruled for a while. Then he was kicked out. Then they decided they wanted him back, so they put him on at 10 o'clock on NBC. I'm hazy on the details. I think we started the revolution. What the hell are you talking about? No. I think what happened is the French peasants heard that King Louis XVI had an idea to make everyone have a shower with soap. And they were like, nah, girlfriend, this is not going to happen. Then the revolutionaries heard that there were guns and political prisoners inside the Bastille. So they broke into the Bastille with a battering ram made of soft cheese. Much of my research is done on Wikipedia. Anyway, inside the Bastille, the revolutionaries found there were only 7 prisoners. And there weren't any political prisoners there. There was drunks, thieves, and sexual deviants. It was like the cast of 60 Minutes, right there. That's right, you heard me, Rooney, you freak. Ah! Now, the Bastille's most famous prisoner was, of course, the Marquis de Sade. He was imprisoned for literary perversion. But he was actually released before the prison was stormed. Because the guards found out that being chained up in a cage, it just turned him on. He was like, ah, yes, I'm really enjoying myself. These aren't so tight, come on. You could hang me a little bit higher up. The Marquis de Sade, of course, wrote some of the best French porn of the time. Now, this is true. I think this is fascinating. French revolutionary writing used to be concealed inside pornography. It was a very smart way to hide the revolutionary message because the aristocracy wouldn't take it seriously because it was pornography. Like, oh, it's just pornography. But the regular people would read it because it was pornography. You see? So they'd be going, I don't understand. Why are they having a pizza delivered? I get it. Also, let's overthrow the monarch. Now, the Marquis de Sade, of course, was very influential. Sadism is named after him. Before he came along, that kinky business was just called ouchism or something. All the rich noblemen back then were into weird sex. The masochism is named after Baron von Masoch. He was married to the Duchess of Nipple Clamps. Then there was... And of course there was the Duke of Cuddling. That's who's talking to you right now. I'm very worried about them. It's Bastille Day, they might storm me. Anyway, after the peasants stormed the Bastille, things got crazy in the revolution. Marie Antoinette, the Queen of France, she heard that people had no bread, and she supposedly said, it hasn't been proven, but she supposedly said, let them eat cake. Or actually, she wasn't the Queen of England, she was the Queen of France. So she said, let them eat the cake. Do we have a picture of Marie Antoinette? There she is. Whoa, look at that. Now, you see, you might want to ease up on the cake there, Princess. Can I say, yeah. Eventually, the revolution got out of hand. They started beheading the aristocrats. The citizens of Paris would gather round the guillotine for a good old-fashioned beheading. That's it. It was like watching pro wrestling, but less gay. And people went to the beheadings on dates. It was like a social thing to do. You'd go to the guillotine with your date. You'd be like, well, you said you wanted a little head. Wait a minute. Wait, no. I can't believe they're letting me say that. It's said with a French accent, so it's classy. Well, that's European. They do it differently. Some French aristocrats escaped by having English aristocrats smuggle them out. The English were like, oh, you poor people, they're chopping off your heads. How terribly dreary for you. There's a famous play about this, a book and a play about this. It's called The Scarlet Pimpernel, about the Scarlet Pimpernel, who is that's the French word for pimp. I think it is, actually. And to get in and out of revolutionary France, the real Scarlet Pimpernel had to be a master of disguises. No one knew who he really was. Do we have a picture of the Scarlet Pimpernel? There you are. Can I see that again? I don't care who you are. That's just ooh-la-la. Awesome. Welcome back. Bienvenue à the big Bastille Day show, le plus grand jeu de Bastille. I got the puppet popularity contest update. If you're just joining us for the first time ever in history, then what we're doing on the show at the moment, sometimes we have puppets on the show. Occasionally I'll put, a frog puppet, for example, or something. Although the frog puppet's not on, we're having a poll to see who's the most popular puppet, and the frog puppet is not on it. Now, the reason for this is because in 15th century religious painting, if you had a picture of a frog, it symbolized sin. And I didn't want to upset anyone. Am I making this up? No. Look it up. Seriously, it's on the Wikipedia. Well, it won't be on the... It won't be on the Wikipedia because it's true. Yeah, anyway, frogs symbolize sin. Why? Because you're dirty. That's why you're dirty. I just like sex. Yes, you do. I like it too. Right, now. Is that, how are you going to pixelate all of that? There's going to be a big mass of green in front of me out here. Anyway, the puppet popularity contest is going on. Apparently, at the moment, in the lead is the pig, 13 million votes. And the least popular at the moment is, let's see, Stephen Wright. With 40 votes, although, to be fair, Stephen Wright is a human. And in no way did I ask that Stephen be included in the puppets, given that he's my friend and he's not a puppet, but 40 people have voted for him. Anyway, do you know, if this was a real show, when I did that, there'd be a kind of smashy, tinkly sound. Now, you know Sarah Palin, of course. Yeah. Me too. But I got to talk about it. It's my job. Anyway, since Sarah Palin has quit as the governor of Alaska, there's a lot of rumours what she might do. You know, and rumours that she might come to television. But I don't know. I wonder what show she would do. I wonder what show she'd be on if she was on TV.
Sarah Palin as a contestant on The Apprentice.
Mr. Trump, you don't have to fire me. I quit. I'm good at that. You betcha.
On Discovery Channel's Deadliest Catch.
Doesn't make any sense. I'm standing in water. Gosh golly, fishing is easy. Yeehaw.
On the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
This just in. Katie Couric is a bitch.
As host of Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
And from this window, you can see Russia.
Selling the ShamWow.
ShamWow? More like Sham, gosh golly, son of a gun, gee willikers, wow.
On Dancing with the Stars.
My dancing partner is Tom Cruise.
On the NASCAR Channel. On Super Nanny.
I'm good at changing diapers. I had a lot of practice with John McCain.
On the Playboy Channel.
Give me the word. Quietly now. Quietly, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Big Bastille Day show. Craig, you had a snail on TV. Yes, I did. Quickly. I ate a pretend snail for Bastille Day. That's not code for anything. I just ate a pretend. Right. Well, my first guest tonight is an Emmy Award-winning actor. He stars in a miniseries called The Storm. Oh. I'm setting the scene. The Storm. Oh. What the hell is wrong with you? Anyway, it's The Storm. I'll stop it. July the 26th on NBC. Please welcome the lovely John Larroquette, everybody. John Larroquette. Welcome, John. I haven't seen you in a while, mon ami.
No, obviously, no, it's been so long you've forgotten how French I am.
Oh, you're not that French. You're from New Orleans. That's in America.
You're right, but the Larroquettes came from Paris in 1743.
Wait a minute, that's before the Revolution.
It was. But you know what was on? There is a Rue de Larroquette that runs from the center of Paris out to the Bastille. It ends at the Bastille. On either side of Rue de Larroquette were two prisons. The Petite Roquette and Le Grand Roquette.
Is this where the salad comes from?
No,
Roquette?
It's not. But roquette means arugula in America. It's a little rocket lettuce. That's actually who.
Rocket.
So,
see, you gotta love America. We take a rocket and turn it into rocket.
Right.
Yeah.
So even then, my ancestors rolled up green things and smoked them, I suppose. You know?
Yeah.
But they came to New Orleans, directly from Paris to New Orleans prior to, I don't know why they came, but they did.
How do you know all this?
I've got the manifest, actually, of the ship that my great grandfather, Francois Larroquette, landed in New Orleans from Paris on this boat.
Are you one
and
of
they stayed
the...
there ever since.
Were you one of the bourgeoisie then?
No, you know what? I think they were bureaucrats. They ran the prisons.
That's the bourgeoisie.
Is it? I
Yeah,
guess
kind
indeed,
of.
they
Yeah,
were.
yeah.
I mean, they didn't bring any of it with them, you know? I knew nothing.
Thank goodness for that.
And I found out that the one prison that was the most popular with my relatives was the one with just women in it.
Well, come on, be
That
fair.
was-
Yeah. I've seen a lot of movies about that prison.
That was all. Le Petit Larroquette was the women's prison.
That's true. There was the little prison.
Le Petit, Le Grand. And at the end was the Bastille. So when the guys, with their forks and their soft cheese,
Right.
they walked down Rue de la Roquette to the Bastille.
But it wasn't a huge, really that big an event.
No,
They turned up. There were only 7 prisoners. And one of the guards. There was one person killed that day. It was one of the guards who got bumped in the head by accident.
Yeah, the French have accidents, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah,
A lot, you know.
Slipped on the soft cheese.
Yes, right. Like one of those sticky mouse traps.
Yeah, it was exactly. I know I
Couldn't get
shouldn't touch it, but I love soft cheese. do you go in front? Do you go over there a lot? Why aren't you there for Bastille Day then? What kind of Frenchman are you?
You know what? I tell you what. In New Orleans, it was never. I didn't know what it was. We never celebrated Bastille Day in New Orleans.
Really?
And there's a party every day, but for some reason, July 14th was never any big deal there. It was so bloody hot, nobody went outside.
No, it's hot.
So,
I mean, it's really nasty.
You stayed
hot there
inside in the air conditioning and drank beer and ate oysters and snails.
Do you really eat snails? You really eat snails? You do
I've been known to suck a shell.
Okay. You do what you do in show business. You got to do your thing.
You know what?
I hear you.
And I don't bend, but I do bend over sometimes. And in show business, you have to do that. I found that about
To
myself
reach
on
the
Wikipedia.
snail.
To reach the
pick it
snail.
up. Yeah.
Right. They're on the ground.
What about?
They're on the ground.
What, snails?
Yeah.
Well, only because they haven't escaped yet.
Right. And they can't do it really.
No, the snails aren't fast. What
They're
about
not
frogs'
fast.
legs? Have you eaten frogs' legs?
Yes.
Can I ask you, why don't they eat the rest of the frog?
It's disgusting. All that's left is an ass and a head after the legs are gone.
Isn't there a haunch or something?
No, that's it.
Frogs don't have haunches?
Yes, the top of the leg is the haunch.
Right, so
There's no le tête et derrière soup, you know? This is not that way.
That's nice, though. I like that. Yeah.
You can learn all of this on Wikipedia.
Yeah, no. I didn't know. Now tell me about the storm. It's about a quiz show, right?
Yes. It's about the lady that used to be on American Gladiator. I think The Storm. No.
Oh, that's right. There was The Storm. Is she in it?
No. I don't want to get in trouble with NBC. It's a Machiavellian kind of character, Treat Williams, who has devised this machine that can control weather. If you can control weather, you control the Earth. And it's a 4-hour miniseries filled with drama and thrills and excitement.
Well, how would a machine control the weather then?
I don't know. It blows really hard.
Sure sounds like it, Sean. No, I'm kidding. I am kidding. No,
Let me ask you this.
No, come on now. What?
No, it's Treat Williams and
Yeah, I know. You
Jeff
said that. He makes a
Van Vick.
machine that controls the weather, right? But how
I
would
mean, it's sort of done in a smaller fashion. Throwing mercury up in the clouds to help it rain.
Who does that then?
This is television, Craig.
No, this isn't television. What you do is television. This is I don't know something. This is community service.
Radio for the blind.
Radio for the blind.
Radio for the blind.
That doesn't. All radio works if you're blind, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the fact that there's pictures really doesn't matter.
Are you implying that this is a badly lit show?
No, actually, I love it.
Really?
I do. I actually like this set more than most of them because it's subtle and less expensive than the others.
Oh. That's for
so you're not throwing your money away.
That's right. You're not spending all the money on appearances in a visual medium.
It's going in your.
It's going in my
ties.
Yeah. That's right. We're spending it all on ties. Yeah, look at that. That's see this fabric here. Mm-hmm. If by making this fabric you can control the weather.
Can you?
Yes, this is what's called a man-made fiber.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you have enough of that and put it around your house, you'll keep chickens out.
You know how you keep chickens out of your house? Close the door.
Are they not smart enough to open doors?
They're like, they'll come up to the door. They'll see it's closed and they'll go. They'll head off.
We could talk a lot about that. I wanted to bring something up with you, if I could. I watched the show last week, and you and Ian Michael Black were talking about...
Michael Ian Black.
Michael Ian Black.
Yeah. Sometimes people mix him up with Ian Michael Black. That's
well, I was doing it
different
in the military fashion.
All right, okay.
We're talking about Twitter.
Yes.
Since you've had that conversation, have you explored Twitter at all?
No.
I have.
Oh, yeah? What you got there, then?
What I did was that I put my name in there. I sent a private, what I thought was a private message to a very famous person who has millions of followers. I know this person.
The Dalai Lama?
He doesn't have that many. Anyway, our children went to school together. Anyway, I thought...
Ashton Kutcher. All right, okay,
Close.
I'm sorry. Yeah. All right.
And I thought I sent a private message. I didn't. I sent it public, so it appeared on this person's page with my name. Hi, this is Larroquette. How are you kids?
Oh.
The next day, I've got like 9,000 followers.
Wow.
They just put your name in.
Followers,
Followers, they're called.
Wow.
They're called. So when I heard I was going to be on your show, I posted and I said, what would you like me to ask Craig when I'm on the show? So my Twitter followers, hundreds of them, thousands of them, wrote in questions.
All right, let's hear them.
I want to ask you one.
All right.
Right?
Is that how you get on Twitter, that tiny little book there, then?
Well, I'm an old school guy in a new school world.
I get it. Yeah, all right.
The first was a warning. Be careful about Craig flirting with you. He can be shameless.
Oh, stop.
And my favorite, and I actually found this, and I would love to talk to you about this more. Does your episode of Red Dwarf haunt you when you're asleep? Now, I saw this yesterday. I found it.
What, my episode of Red Dwarf, the science fiction show from Britain in the 1980s?
Yeah, when you were obviously still... Wow. You and I, if we'd have gotten together then... We would be in the Bastille if you and I.
Oh, yes,
if you and I would have gotten together then. Because
we'll be in the Bastille now. We're way over time.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to do one more.
Okay.
Would you ever consider being the mayo in a Drew Mimi sandwich? Was what someone else asked.
Yeah, I'd do it. I would do it again.
You would do it again?
I know we're over time. How much are we over? Is there any point in even trying to deal with this? Can I listen to him a little more then? No.
It'll just be cut?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying? There's not, I just wanted to, part of it also was that I got so many people saying, you're not the real John Larroquette, you're not the real John Larroquette.
Right.
So I promised that I'd come on the show and say, yes, indeed, John Larroquette on Twitter is John Larroquette. Because here I am on Mr. Ferguson's
The
show.
real John
asking
Larroquette, everybody. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Welcome He's a Boston singer-songwriter. He's here performing How Can I Make You Happy from his album By the Blue Hills. Please welcome Will Dailey, everybody. Will Dailey.
On your mark, get ready, set. At the sound of the gun, we're running out the door. Saturday passed by, never spoke a word. Shuffled around the room, but eyes had never met. I wish the world had faded away at the dawn. The more that I worry, the less I seem to know. On your mark, get ready, set. At the sound of the gun, we're running out the door. Even these strange days, I know I will lose you now. Even as a change, still I know I will lose you now. But how can I make you happy? How can I make you happy? Do I stand up? Do I stand down? Should I move it on? Are we just a love tied to a sinking stone? Either way, we got time to kill. We run close and talk, look sharp, just enough to keep us on our toes. On your mark, get ready, set. At the sound of the gun, we're running out the door. Even these strangers, I know I will lose you now. Even as a change, still I know I will lose you now. But how can I make you happy? 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 On your mark, get ready, set. At the sound of the gun, we're running out the door. Even these strange days, I know I will lose you now. Even as a change, still I know I will lose you now. How can I make you these strange days? I know I will lose you now. But how can I make you happy? How can I make you happy? How can I make you happy? How can I make you happy?
Welcome back. My next guest is a very funny comedian. You can catch him at the Luxor Hotel and Casino July the 29th through August the 3rd. Please welcome Charlie Viracola, everybody. Charlie Viracola.
I found a snake in my yard the other day, and I was like, oh no, a snake. And I ran in my house, and I got a shovel, and I came back out, and I whacked the hell out of this snake. And then I didn't have cable for a week. I got tired of mowing my grass, so I hired a Vietnamese woman, and I had the whole yard waxed. Now I just have a thin strip of grass leading into my front door. Never do what I did on the 4th of July. Never go boating. Because if you get into some kind of accident and you have to shoot up a flare, people will just look up and go, that sucked. Christmas always sucked when I was a kid because I believed in Santa Claus. Unfortunately, so did my parents. I just had my appendix removed. There was nothing wrong with it. I just did it as a warning to the other organs in my body. I found out that when you're a couple, you get to do fun stuff together that single people don't get to do, like couples therapy. A friend suggested I try speed dating. I don't think I'm going to do it because I read that each date lasts 1 to 2 minutes long, and I'm not ready for that kind of commitment. I recently child-proofed my house. I went around to every room and hid a condom. I don't think I'm going to have any children, though, because of the economy. It's getting way too expensive to get a woman drunk. They're having a real problem with the police and pepper spray. I read in the paper that Caucasian people think that it's unconstitutional, African American people find it racist, and Mexican people think that it's not hot enough. But I'm not a racist. I used to have an Asian girlfriend. She was sweet and sour. When I was much younger, I had an unlimited supply of drugs and alcohol. And then they cut my umbilical cord. My mother liked to party. I came home one day after school, and she was wasted out of her mind riding the lawnmower. As I recall, his name was Raphael. I thought about getting a tattoo. I went to a tattoo parlor that had a sign out front that said Christian tattoos. I went in and I asked the guy what the most popular one was. He said, WWJD, what would Jesus do? And I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't get a tattoo. I checked into a hotel the other day and they asked me if I wanted the porn channel in my room to be disabled. And I thought, well, that sounds a little kinky, but I'm willing to give it a try. What's up with that Sports Energy Drink's new ad campaign? Is it in you? I've used that phrase before, but it wasn't exactly a championship moment. Thank you.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Craig?
I know what you're thinking, Craig. What a cliche. You had the cat fart because it's Bastille Day. It's the same tired old animated farting cat we get every year from you late night guys with your animated farting cats. Well, it's true. I did do that. Actually, I didn't because I'm actually not involved in the choice of cat graphic. Good night, everybody.